How to deal with pressing opponents. Facing opponents who use a pressing style, particularly with absence of blade contact, is increasingly common in fencing. Learning to handle this effectively is an essential skill. Here are strategic methods you can implement in training and competition. 1. Simultaneous actions. Once being pressed, strike simultaneously, avoiding blade contact. Proper timing ensures you maintain control by pushing your opponent to defense. 2. Blade management. Lift your blade on the initial action. If your opponent hesitates, finish straight. If they attack first, close in octave low parry to regain control. 3. Premeditated blade searching. Execute a structured sequence of actions. Begin with a false counter sixth, avoiding the blade. Follow with real octave and real sixth, seeking the blade. This sequence should coordinate with controlled footwork and distance. Even if only one parry finds the blade, the structure remains intact. 4. Footwork coordination. Use disciplined footwork to respond to pressing. If the opponent halts, take the opportunity to advance. If they continue pressing, wait for the end of the pist, then either parry at the last moment or counterattack when the timing is ideal. 5. Provoking errors. Defend by repeatedly breaking distance. This can force the opponent into overcommitting. Against an attack, respond with a parry riposte. Against an over-preparation, use a counterattack. 6. Using the point in line. Maintain a clear line to disrupt the opponent's pressing rhythm. Utilize it for dérobement, parry riposte, attack, or simply regaining initiative to reset the exchange. 7. Testing reactions. Feint a counterattack to assess your opponent's reaction. Based on their response, choose an appropriate follow-up action, whether defensive or offensive. 8. Feinting into finishes. Use a half-lunge feint, then disengage to finish with a lunge or fletch. For opponents actively searching for the blade, executing counterattacks with a deflection are useful to control the exchange. 9. Stretching distance and ripostes. After a feint, defend by stretching distance and select the best follow-up action. Use a lunge against committed attacks. Counter loose attacks with simple beat attacks. Retreat slightly for parry riposte against fletch attacks, maintaining enough space to execute the riposte. 10. Dynamic blade and guard actions. Integrate false parries, counterattacks, and invitations to create opportunities. Adjust tactics based on your opponent's tendencies and reactions. 11. Apply counter pressure. To counter pressing opponents, adopt a pressing style yourself. Prevent their dominance by taking initiative and maintaining control throughout the bout. Continuous review and practice. Assess performance during and after matches to analyze how well these strategies work against pressing opponents. You may simulate this by having one fencer exclusively press, with success evaluated by the ability of the non-pressing fencer to adapt and overcome. Lastly, practicing near simultaneous attacks can help prevent opponents from pressing in the first place, allowing you to dictate the bout's tempo. By refining these techniques, fencers can effectively neutralize pressing opponents and maintain the upper hand in dynamic situations.